I don't know what you're talking about because Jasmine finally said, I've never cheated on anyone, so I don't know what you're talking about one more time. I've never cheated on anybody, so I don't know what you're talking about. Well, at least she expressed how you feel about this situation between Pat and Remy M. They both looked at me like, I knew Pat for years, over 15 years, and knew Remy for years, so I just wish them well. I informed everyone that Remy Ma and Papoose were done, saying, Papoose put hands on that little boy she's messing with, and that's a Remy. I know you ain't Remy, so you must need blood if you say he's your type. It's a pause. This is startling. We were led to think of a movie like Romance by Papoose and Remy Ma, the ultimate. Black Power couple was sentenced to 6 years in prison. In every interview, stage, and event, Papoose has shown his unwavering commitment. However, now that Once Unbreakable link is dissolving so that everyone may see and believe me. Before we go into the turmoil, make sure you press the notification bell because this is about to get messy. And subscribe so that you never miss an update. Now that we've addressed the elephant in the room, Gooey went crazy can. We even discussed the easy two-pat Poe. He didn't talk as much as they did on stage. Yes. For the past month, very reliable source claimed that Papoose and this guy got into a really bad situation, where he nearly knocked out the teeth that should have fallen out and were falling. Out on this guy because his teeth were so bad and Remy got him F. Nobody wins when family feuds happen. So don't ask me any questions about Remy and P, you heard it. So why are you asking me so many questions? I'm not asking you about that. I'm just curious how many times you've been asked about that. When you had to include that in the song, you know what I mean? Behind the scenes? Family, friends, this and that, and I don't tell you. Poe is a true plus. I don't know anything and you don't know anything because you don't ask, but I simply don't know anything about fighting. I love boxing and it's one of my favorite sports, but I've never been able to do it because it immediately falls back into that other category. I'm telling you this because as soon as I feel like you get hit, I'm glad it cuts me off and I hope it's going to get really ugly and not for me for months. There have been rumors going around regarding RA and the battle rapper. Easy to block. The internet wasn't fooled despite Remy's denials, and the streets had their suspicions. Captain? Fans were drawing the dots with every cryptic post and subtle clue, dots, just waiting for the truth to hit because sometimes people need to fight it out because talking doesn't work. In some situations, you can talk to someone about how you feel, and they can talk about how they feel. For you to come to a mutual agreement that you either don't agree or you might start seeing things from their perspective. When it gets to the point where you deal with people like how I used to be sometimes. I don't even want to hear that I don't give a way you feel. I don't give a damn about what you think or what's going on. And that's where I come in. Music at a business event. Things escalated in a way that no one anticipated. When Papoose and Remy finally faced each other, it wasn't just tense, it was explosive. She said, you haven't had a fight in recent times. You are really not ready for this work? She said it's natural, she doesn't have to. Not even I like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be kneeing hands and putting them on, and I love boxing, one of my favorite sports. According to witnesses, the situation quickly spiraled out of control, and before anybody could intervene, Papoose expressed his emotions with his fists. Some believe he went too far, while others believe that the knockout moment was inevitable. Hey Uncle R, this F for 15 minutes, I started laughing as soon as I saw the NDA, because I thought, why would I need to sign an NDA if nothing actually happened between you and Papoose? I mean, if nobody attacked you, isn't that true? You told us that you got your face smacked and you said that was straight cap. If that's the case, then why would we need an NDA unless it's true that when you got hit, this dropped ASAP? Hey Jack, stop a minute, face the realities. He suffers from PTSD and becomes anxious whenever A says, Pap, this nigga is a geek. He's not from no streets, and one swing will knock you off your feet. I'm sorry, Remy. At least Duck Applause felt I had no desire to take this action. However, the fallout from Remy's alleged liaison with Easy the Block not only was Captain personal, but it also rocked the hip-hop scene. Fans in the community were impatient with the controversy that EAS was involved in. Under fire and receiving criticism from all sides, no one emerged from this interview looking good. But he expressed his adoration by calling her the finest lady in the world. He held you down for 6 years, which I know was pleasant, and he shed a lot of tears while supporting you at your greatest achievement in the front row. Now that you have a gorgeous baby girl who is so amazing, he will be damned if he loses you to this braced jerk underscore. Hey, the world shouldn't ever know what you're and me going through. But this is running his mouth behind closed doors like a poster does have. Creating blogs and YouTube videos where people debate whether or not those posts are real. Since they are TMZ and shroom outlets, and they only know you listen to me. When you weren't feeling well, he brought you out to eat the nicest food and put you back in the best mood. Yes, he knocked him out because he was damned to see you getting stepped on by some underscore. If you don't think he loves you, he would have put up with all of this underscore. He socked out and stood over like a stepkid. Hey Pap, that's how you speak to your music, sir. In the same way, the romantic tale that once enthralled millions crashed. Ruma's reputation suffered greatly, and there were rumors that she had already moved on once more. But similar to her circumstances with Easy the Block, the same individuals, who had admired her commitment to Papoose, were now doubting everything. While the internet argued that Papoose remained silent, actions always speak louder than words. Captain, this new romance didn't last long either. Reality was sinking in her marriage to Papoose, and there was no denying it anymore. The right path eventually is to not need them at all. At that point, we could just be all women, but, you know, they're kind of easy to need right now. Okay? He's hot. He's hot. Are we going to hear any new music? He didn't simply leave. Instead, he took a step ahead with his new partner. She is strong, determined, and not someone to be disregarded for years. She is more than simply a rebound. Even the most devoted hearts have their limitations. But Papoose was the epitome of devotion when Remy reached her lowest point. He was there to support her, married her over the phone while she was incarcerated, and was there for her for 6 years, making sure she had all she needed when she returned home. I informed you that Remy Ma and Papoose were done, and that Papoose had touched the little kid who is playing with CUA young lad who isn't yet an adult. Remy is about 45 years old, and this young lad who works for her is attempting to get a chance to rape Remy Ma. And what are your thoughts on everything, girl? I'm here for the drama. So, yes, she is. But I think Papoose did that on purpose. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse. I think he did that on purpose because after he found out that she did what she did, right? And there's no way she didn't. He didn't know that. Kalissa and Grammy weren't cool out of all the females. So why are you going after the one that was in your white BM? The day Papoose came up on the little child and beat him, I received a call, and I believe he did it intentionally to be petty. I posted a picture of her and the little boy on TashaK.com, and you know what? There were more pictures because it was a woman, but they were having a private dinner and they didn't look like a couple. This has been going on for months, according to sources, and now we have to deal with the elephant in the room. And you went crazy. We can't even talk about the whole Easy Thopat thing, since he doesn't talk as much as they do on stage. Who? Are you? Yes, his serve and the blah for the past few months. And there's no doubting the heartbreak behind it all. For years, he was the face of Black love, standing by RMA through it all. He believed in her, he believed in their bond, but her alleged betrayal didn't just break his trust, it shattered the bond. So even though it's not the first time someone has said my name, this is the first time you've actually had smite rapping at you. Aspirations of all those who supported them, although high-pop love tales are uncommon, and theirs felt legendary. This one serves as yet another sobering reminder that even the greatest bonds can end. One thing is for sure, though. Papoose isn't looking back. This chapter is done, and everyone is now watching to see what he will do next. Do you still believe in their love story, or do you think this was inevitable? You won't want to miss what happens next, so leave your opinions in the comments section and remember to subscribe for all the latest developments.